So I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it because I know that there are three things that the government hopes that you will never figure out: the patterns, the power, and the cracks. Because if you ever connect the dots, if you ever stop seeing every crisis as isolated and start recognizing the system underneath it all, it's not just awareness, it's a threat to their control. So here's your reminder: the patterns. It is the same playbook every single time. They don't invent new strategies, they just recycle the old ones, just updated for the moment. Surveillance went from wiretaps to the Patriot Act to AI facial recognition. Redlining didn't die. It became zip code-based school funding, an algorithmic lending bias. The war on drugs turned into mandatory minimums and stop and frisk policies. And now, they're rolling it all back under crime waves and border threats. They rename oppression faster than they can ever reform it. And when we do catch on, they dress it up as national security or public safety. Pattern recognition is survival. Number two is the power. This is why they keep us distracted. You're not powerless, you're just deliberately overwhelmed. They flood you with headlines, crisis fatigue, and fake choices. Because if people ever stopped arguing and started actually organizing, all of this shit would collapse. You think they're scared of voters? No, they're scared of coordinated strikes, though. You think they care about tweets? Try mass disruption. Every time we've made real progress, labor rights, civil rights, voting rights, it only came after the system was made uncomfortable. That's why they pay influencers to sell apathy. That's why they dangle identity as a wedge. Because divided people don't demand change. They just debate each other. They don't care how loud you get as long as you stay disorganized. Number three is the cracks. This system is not stable, just heavily guarded. They act like it's unbreakable, but it's not. It's fragile as hell. But held together by guns, propaganda, and fear. Corporations loot openly, but you're scared to miss work. Cops beat protesters and call it crowd control. The same law they use to prosecute you, you can use to gum up the system, but nobody teaches you that, right? And here's the part they really hope you don't say out loud. When people start acting like they've got nothing to lose, the system listens fast. Nobody's glorifying violence, let me be clear. But let's stop pretending that peaceful protest is the only language that this system understands. Fear doesn't move them. Consequences do. They don't fear you knowing the truth. They fear you acting on it. They fear you connecting the patterns. They fear you linking arms instead of debating. They fear you realizing that this system has holes, but only if you know where to look. So this is your reminder: you're not crazy, you're not paranoid, you're paying attention. And once enough of us stop waiting for permission to fight back, that's when the balance will be forced to shift.